For the first time in 90 years, dating back to 1940, our Stanford Cardinal make the national championship, set to face off against the North Texas Mean Green. This is a true David versus Goliath matchup, as North Texas has never won a national championship, but they've been on a rise the last couple years. But this has been the best Cardinal team without a doubt, led by Coach Barrington. And today will be without a doubt the final game for several key players for this Cardinal team, and some of them being the main reasons that we are the number one offense in college football with a fantastic defense on top of the seniors. There is also a very high possibility that we will be saying goodbye to some key juniors as well. But this is a historic season for both teams. North Texas making the college football playoffs thanks to that big win against Kansas State in the Big 12 championship. Since then, they beat Oklahoma State for the second time this season, 37-30 in the first round of the playoffs. In the quarterfinals, they took down number 2 Michigan 34-32, an overtime win. And in the semis, they tossed the Eagles into the Boston Harbor 45-21. They play a clean game on offense, captained by Deshaun Sendline. 38 touchdowns, 5 interceptions. Running back-wise, John Lombardo. He averages over 4.5 yards a carry, 6 touchdowns. They also look to get TJ Carter well involved, 2 sophomore running backs. Receiving, both over 800 yards, you have Brian Valdez and Craig Shea. Over 600, you have Steven Mixon, who is out today with an injury, so they're going to have to rely a lot here on their tight end, senior Trey Volk. They're also missing their starter at left tackle, but for them, that's probably a good thing, as he gave up the most amount of sacks on their roster. And defensively, this might be the group that got them to where they are, led by Zaire Clark and Jimmy Hag, the 2 linebackers, both closing in on 100 tackles. They make a lot of plays in the backfield. Manuel Feliz, left end, and Terrell Allen, right end. But Feliz is also a threat to rush that passer with 9 sacks. And picking off passes, you have Finian Ganafo, the star junior cornerback. But will their defense be able to slow down our Cardinal offense, who had about 100 more first downs than the very next best team? The same offense that averages the most points per game, just shy of 40. And one that can not only run the ball, number 1 in the nation, but could also pass the ball, 12th in the nation. All will be decided in Raymond James Stadium, South Florida, Tampa Bay, in front of a packed 35,000 people. An intimate look here for the national championship as we are underway. Batele Mays with his final kickoff of his career with the Cardinal. A good rally starting back at the 15, where the Mean Green offense will hit the field. When this season got underway, this defense was a little bit rough. They've improved so much this year. Though breaking the tackle, Lombardo, he's trying to pick up a big play here. Play 1, just manages 1, but this defense has come a long way. Tim Easy with about a pick a game, I believe just 2, maybe 3 this year without, as he gets stuck in the tackle with 2 other Cardinal defenders. Somapua and Thad Smith there to help. 3rd and 5, Mean Green will look to air it out, but it's Rashad Lord picking up the sack through the left tackle, who is getting his second start with that injury. And it will be a 4th and 12 and a punt forced by the Cardinal defense. Just a tremendous start here from the defense, as it will be the Mean Green having to punt from their own end zone. Back to return, legend Anagbar will catch it about midfield. He angles outside. He's got a bunch of grass. Good blocks downfield by the 10. And finally, he's dragged down about the 6, maybe 5-yard line. An extremely short field for our offense to hit the field. This has been a group that has been extremely tough to slow down inside the 10. And they start with draft's favorite formation, Moses in motion. It will be draft on the keeper. He breaks one, gets a little shove down to the 1. And we do have Enrique Heath out there starting, a little bit banged up last week. He's trying to fight through the pain. Blouse in motion. He's going to take the quick flip, and the senior will have at least one more touchdown, a 4-year starter for the Stanford Cardinal. He's had a very impressive career in that Cardinal red, and hopefully will be moving on to the NFL with a high round pick. He becomes the first Stanford Cardinal to score a point in the national championship since 1940. Mean Green, their second drive, starts off with a short run. Lombardo. James Tuttle, the linebacker for the Cardinal, helping to stuff it. Little bit of some early movement there, no call. Motion from the tight end, 2nd and 9. They look to pass the ball outside. They find their tight end, Schlegel, with a quick tackle. That leaves a 3rd and 5 with a gain of 4 by Volk. At the 19, 2 spread either side. Motion right-hand side. Gonna stay over to that side. And they try to set up the screen opposite. They got Lombardo with the first down. No, check that. That's Carter, running back 2 here, the second sophomore. That'll be the first down for the Mean Green here tonight. Lombardo checking back in as he goes with a power stretch to the outside. He's got some running room by the midfield line, hopping over some ankle tackles to the 39. This Cardinal defense have had some very mixed games versus running backs this year. As they then go back to Lombardo, he's back down the middle, gain of 6. The Mean Green move inside the 35. Play action this time, and finding their receiver downfield. First down, Valdez. Inside the red zone. Sedlin and the offense come out now with a spread empty look. And it's going to be picked off by Tim Easy. He's got a sideline to run. Though coming in is Sedline, who will bring him down at the 33. It will not be a pick 6 for Tim Easy, but another quarterback he could put on his board of those he has picked off. A truly historic career for the corner here of the Stanford Cardinal. Already the leader in all of Cardinal corners in terms of season interceptions, now standing at 13. Thompson takes the handoff for a gain of 6, 2nd and 4. As they throw downfield, it's for Roland, and it's going to get picked off the tip. The corner, no safety, taking it the opposite way. Blouse and Draft will track him down. But it's back-to-back turnovers, though this time not exactly the worst throw from Draft. Needed a little bit of help from the underneath linebacker. No matter the decision, the result is the same. A turnover. Mean Green, plus side. And they will go down the middle, Lombardo. Seems like out the gate, they are very much trying to set the tone with that running game. 2nd and 8, shotgun look here for Sedline. Motioning out is tight end 2. Though still handing it off, Kiki reads it and meets him in the backfield. Will be a loss of 2 and a 3rd and 11 here. At the 45, Cardinal bring the blitz. It's picked up well enough, but he didn't find a receiver quick enough. It's Rashad Lord's 2nd sack of the day, and another drive ended here. Neither team finding any points off the pick. With a weak punting game, Cardinal will start at the 31 here. Double A gap look for the Mean Green. The Cardinal will run right at it. Coming all the way around the edge as Sousa goes unblocked, tracks down Thompson, and keeps that gain to a minimum. 2nd and 9. 2 spread to the left-hand side. Cardinal will look to throw. They go to Moses, who has the catch, can't spin the corner. He's been able to do that a couple times here this year, which should be the final play of the first quarter. Play action, rolling, throwing, and finding Kramer, who's down to about the 34. Offense back inside scoring range as the quarter comes to a close. 7-0 here in Tampa, national championship. Stanford Cardinal on top, though both teams with some big plays. It was just that punt return that really has been the difference, setting up the Cardinal at the 6-yard line. Following that, It's just been more punts and a pair of turnovers at the 34. 1st and 10. Thompson takes the handoff. He's down the middle, picking up 5. A fantastic back here for the Cardinal, and another potential guy to be heading on his way to the NFL. 2nd and 5. Going to roll to the left-hand side. Here is Draft, and he will pick up that 1st down and get down safely. Having one of the best careers for a Stanford quarterback since Andrew Luck. Hasn't won that many awards, though, and that one's going to be a little bit short for Roland. That's now twice where they've had their young speedster at receiver, and it's been the linebacker tipping it away. 2nd and 10. Coming across and not able to find Blouse. Could have potentially been his 2nd touchdown of the evening. 3rd and 10. Hard count, no one jumps. And now it's a 1v1 ball, broken up for ball. Cardinal have to send out Sam Ritter to tack on 3, making it a 2-score game here in Tampa. But in the national championship, you'll take whatever points you can get. Mean Green, though, they got to find some points of their own. As they go Lombardo, he breaks the tackle of Kiki. Hope arrives. And I believe Schlegel and Lord. Gain of 5 for the sophomore running back. They look to go back his way, and he's stuffed Thad Smith. After back-to-back runs, do they go his way with the 3rd and short? They got bunched to the right-hand side. Volk gonna motion over to the left, back over to the right-hand side. Some smoke screen action for Kiki Harula, who can't get the sack. Finding the 1st down, they find Volk. Just a great play there from Sendline, who was able to send Kiki flying. 1st and 10. And looking to scramble, he's stuffed at the line. Rashad Lord and Pascal over on that left-hand side. 2nd and 10. Empty set here for Sendline with a 4-4 defense. They throw short for Volk, and he will get that 1st down. We talked about him needing to step up today with our number 3 receiver now gone, and he has been a heavy target. Lombardo with another 1st down run left side. A strong drive here, methodical, really, with how slow it has been, taking a good chunk of time off the clock. Looking to set up the screen and picking up those blocks. It's Marcuck with a bad angle. Kevin Salmon, he gets slipped. Tim Easy forces the fumble, though the Mean Green recover down at the 5. That could have been a big play here for the Cardinal defense after giving up a great play to the Mean Green. Run outside. Tim Easy this time has the tackle. No gain on 1st, brings up 2nd and goal. Shotgun look this time, and down the middle, Carter is stuffed. Had to break initial contact, but wasn't able to get free. Maybe about half a yard on it. 3rd and goal. Open down the middle, Sendline will send the Mean Green onto the scoreboard. 10-7. Not intended to be a quarterback draw, but with how the defense ended up opening up the middle, basically panned out as such. And with just under 3 minutes left to go here in the 1st half, we've got a ball game. Cardinal at the 28, 2:50 on the clock. They hand it off Thompson, who takes it down the middle, and he's got a gain of 6. Cardinal gonna go with the hurry up from here. Safety steps down on the right-hand side, leaving that single high off coverage. And throwing outside, they've got Kramer, and he's got a 2nd grab today. This might be a season high for him. He's been at most good for 1 catch or so a game. Already his second big one before the 2-minute break hits. Cardinal do snap that ball. Gordon Draft will scramble right down the center. And that takes us through the break with a gain of 6 at the 24. Bunch right-hand side. Thompson, the running back, has a good cutback lane, and he's down to the 13. Now the Cardinal very much mismanaged their clock here before halftime last week in the semis. They've got over a minute and a half still to go here. And it's Draft with that counter left-hand side, a gain of 8. Always a threat down here by the goal line, sticking with his formation. Motion is Blouse. As they try to set up the screen, Thompson had his head looking the opposite way. So 3rd and 2, sticking with the same look. A minute and 3 seconds. Moses in motion. Draft keeps it, and he takes on the All-American, picking up the 1st down. They will change up the look here with that fresh set at about the half-yard line. Taking inside 40. Motion with all 4 tight ends on the field. Thompson is denied. Timeout is called. Coach Barrington. With 32 seconds, it's 2nd and goal. With a tight shotgun look. Draft keeps it, and he's got the touchdown. Cardinal go back up by 10 before halftime, leaving about 30 seconds left on that board. Can the Mean Green find a couple big plays to at least tack on a late field goal, making this thing a 1-score game? They will be starting back at the 14 with a spread look. Good blocking up front. Sendline, he's going to send it himself for a gain of 4. But it seems like they will be content then heading to halftime. They didn't get the return they were looking for. And it is a 10-point ball game at half here of your national championship. Stanford Cardinal are on top, 17-7. Good play, though, from the Mean Green. Their offense has made a lot of big plays. They just haven't found as many points here as the Cardinal. They had the one good drive. Sendline ran it in. Cardinal with 2 touchdowns. One thanks to the return set up by legend Anagbar. And it will be said offense to start the second half. 17-7. We got just a half of play left in the season. Thompson down the middle. He takes on the DTs. He picks up 5. Haven't seen as much really today for the running game. Larry Sulai checks in following that run of Thompson as they look to set up the screen with a pair of blockers in front. Sulai to about the 40. And by all indications, he will be the primary back for the Cardinal heading into next season. The 1st and 10, Thompson back in. He cuts right side for a short gain. The front 7 for the Mean Green have yet to make a huge impact in this game, despite being a pretty big contributor to their success this season. Draft scrambles, he's got another 1st down rush. In fact, he has just about as many carries as Thompson today, who's back in here. Plus side for the Cardinal, 48. They go his way, and he gets smacked down, gain of 2. And Coach Barrington will let him catch his breath after that hit. Sulai back in and throwing this one out of bounds. Sousa had the edge well contained. 3rd and 8 for the Cardinal. Bunch left-hand side. As they throw, it's Blausey, and the ball's in and out of his hands. Jarred free by Finian Ganafo. And the Mean Green defense gets exactly what they need. A stop. Their offense hits the field, and a gain of 3 for Lombardo. 11 touches for him today. He averages about 17 per game. As they will go right back to him, number 12 with a gain of 3. Bringing up another 3rd and short. Early movement, though, back on side. Thad Smith. Now Volk in motion. Going to go back to the right-hand side with that bunch. And a good little zig motion. They tried to go his way, but the pressure arrives. Kiki once again forces a punt. They have not been field flippers today. Cardinal starting at the 42. Bunch right-hand side. Sulai the running back. As they will look to throw, or instead draft. He's going to look to step up here. Sliding down, gain of 9. We've seen him slide down more today than really he has in any other game of his Cardinal career. Tight shotgun look. 2nd and 1. Throwing short, and it's caught by Ball. 1st down. Cardinal just steady moving here with a 10-point lead. Throwing downfield and short for Gomez. A rare miss there for Draft. Typically, he does not underthrow his receivers. If anything, it's going to be an overthrow. Sulai with a bunch of grass right-hand side. He cuts by the safety. A great juke move down to the 20. Finian Ganafo with the tackle. Cardinal inside the red zone. 2 spread right-hand side. As it's going to be play action. Rolling. Throwing. Finding Roland. He's out about the 2. Another goal-to-go situation for this Cardinal offense. With 2 spread to the left, 2 to the right. Gordon Draft, he could run if he wants, but he throws high. And it's going to be brought down inbounds for a pick. Intended for Moses Lee Mayo, though, the only one who saw that throw. And he picks it off for the Mean Green. And a play like that keeps North Texas in this game. As they go play action to Carter. Open receiver right-hand side, finding him, but can't stay in bounds. A gain of 4 for the Mean Green. I form and play action as they have 2 go to the outside. A lofted throw to the sideline. Have to wonder if that's just a miss by Sendline as they had an open receiver in that area. With a 3rd and 6. Motion Volk back to the left-hand side. Trips this way. And throw to the outside is caught. Breaking the tackle, but not picking up the first down. Lombardo. They will be forced to punt yet again. A Cardinal defense just continuing to make big plays out there when needed. Offense hits the field at the 45 with trips to the right-hand side, 1 to the left. And they might look down the field, but no, not enough time. Manuel Feliz, who leads them in sacks, gets another, this time on All-American guard in Enrique Heath. And that pushes the Cardinal back to a 2nd and 18. Hard count, no one jumps, at least not fully. They look for Moses, who gets the catch on the drag. He turns up and picks up the first down for the Cardinal. Even when backed up, this offense still finds ways to pick up those first downs. That's why they've been so hard to stop this year. Coming across and throwing. George Ball on the run. Good block downfield by Blouse, and the Cardinal are back in the end zone. That is a play made all the way in the backfield to the goal line. Great pass, good blocking, and that includes Deshaun Blouse downfield. And the sophomore receiver makes this a 24-7 ball game. In the Mean Green, find a way to climb out of this hole. Down 3 possessions. Lombardo with the carry. He picks up about 5 as Oscar Coley, a linebacker here of the Stanford Cardinals, shaken up. He's taken on a bigger role as the season has kind of moved forward. Senior's going to check in for him with the 2nd and 6. With a throw that is blocked by the left tackle's helmet. With how hard Sendline threw that one, perhaps that left tackle needs to go under concussion protocol. But a 3rd and 6. As Sendline looks to scramble, but Cassius Sampson with help of Pashal get the sack and end another Mean Green drive deep in their own territory. And as well as ending their drive, ends the 3rd quarter. We head to decision time with a 3-score lead for our Stanford Cardinal. Our offense at times today has had their hiccups, but when they've had some big plays, it's come with points. And that's not been the case today for North Texas, though a big play in the backfield is Allen. It's never too late to make big plays on this stage. Loss of 6, Moses in motion. Quick throw out his way, it's the screen, but on him is Lee Mayo. The same man who picked off draft that previous drive down inside the end zone. And now throwing downfield out of the hands of Moses. A quick stop for the Mean Green. And a 1st and 10 back at the 16. They need a touchdown drive. And it's caught. Tight coverage applied by Tim Easy, who had the pick in the 1st quarter, 2nd and 4. With about 7 minutes to go here in the national championship, it's Rashad Lord for a 3rd here tonight. An absolutely dominant finish for the 2nd-year Stanford Cardinal. While he may have not loved being on the bench his junior year, it's paid for here with a fantastic senior campaign. Pass outside, caught for the 1st down. Only the 2nd catch on the day today for Valdez, both of which, though, has been for a 1st down. As they'll go back to the air here, finding their tight end, Volk. For him, it's been 4 on the day, and early movement here, 2nd and 4. They're going to get the left guard with a flinch, drawing off Pashal. And that leaves the Mean Green then instead with a 2nd and 9. They go empty set. Blocking will open up the play on the outside for Sendline, who will scramble, picking up that 1st down. The senior carries North Texas to the 46. Still yet to cross that midfield line. Spread empty, throw downfield, tipped away, Tim Easy. He's taken Valdez mostly out of this game. Marcock on the opposite side doing a great job as well. As a deep ball here, Ty Holly breaks it up. They had Lombardo nearly with the touchdown. He couldn't catch it following that tip. 3rd and 10. They flood one side of the field. Cassius Sampson shows off some cover skills, bringing down the receiver a yard short. 4th and 1. They got 3 tight ends right-hand side. Lombardo, the running back. They go with a flip to the outside. Tim Easy bit in, and picking up the first down is Lombardo. 70-plus yards for him on the day. He's been the more consistent player for this offense. Pass broken up courtesy of Thad Smith. Now forces a 2nd and 10 inside. 4 minutes to go here. Mean Green, they've got to move a lot quicker. Volk gets laid out by Thad. They will go hurry up. Back to the line for a 3rd and 4. And trying to get to the outside here. Sendline taken down by Kevin Salmon, but it's still good for the first down, and that's what matters right now, is keeping this drive alive. They need the end zone. They got 3 timeouts, a little over 3 minutes left to go, 3 scores needed. 2 to the right. Good coverage downfield as Augustine will pick up the sack. Getting back to it quickly, though, not enough time to celebrate. The redshirt freshman with the sack here today. I believe that is about 4, maybe 5 in total for the Cardinal. Hashal is there, another sack. Couldn't quite get back to the line. It's a loss of about half a yard. 3rd and 12. Valdez to the left, 2 to the right. Volk included. Going out from that tight end spot. Under pressure, it's a 4th for Rashad Lord. And a 4th and 21 for the Mean Green. They will go with off coverage. And taking another hit, the ball doesn't get close to a white jersey. Cassius Sampson with some pressure. And that basically seals this game up if there were any doubts in the first place. Thompson, he's going to take the carry left-hand side, a gain of 1. The 2-minute break quickly goes by at the 44. Cardinal going back to Thompson, who tries to stretch it. He gets a good stiff arm there on the linebacker and is close to the first down marker. Refs, however, will mark him with about a half-inch needed. With a pistol form, it's Larry Sulai who picks up the first down for the Cardinal. And they're just a minute and a half away from making history, cementing their legacy for the Stanford Cardinal. To the outside, Larry Sulai going nowhere. Now inside 45 seconds. End around, they go George Ball, who kind of picks up a screen block almost from Gomez. And for what should be the final play here for the Stanford Cardinal in drafts formation. It's Blouse in motion. He will take the final touch for the Stanford Cardinal in his career and ends the season national champions. Your Stanford Cardinal win it all for the first time in 90 years. Dating back to 1940 was the last time the Cardinal were crowned national champions. Today, they renew that legacy with Coach Barrington at the helm. He has rebuilt this Stanford Cardinal program from what was once a highly thought-after program fell into disrepair. He came in and with the help of a lot of key recruits, built this program to prominence higher than it had been in 90 years. National champions, first time winning the college football playoff in its entirety. Your Stanford Cardinals season 7 seniors will go out on top, as well as quite a few juniors. And our one last ride is complete. National champions Stanford Cardinal finish on top. But now, where do we look to go from here? Well, next time out here on Wednesday, we will go through our offseason and what should be us really saying goodbye to a very special group of players. We've highlighted this group a lot here to round out this season. That's because they really were the guys to make this team what they were. And it was a very special group, and I expect a lot of them are going to be moving on. So what does that mean for Coach Barrington and how we look to move forward here through what has been a really dominant career for him? It was slow in the first couple seasons. That's because this team really was not at the level that we were playing at. This really was a group of five type of team playing in the Power Five. But after we got over that hurdle, we really have not had a bad season since. Under Coach Barrington, we've had 4 players drafted in the first rounds, 2 in the second, 2 more in the third, and quite a few throughout the remainder of these draft classes. We've been ranked number 1 4 different times, ranked top 5 4 more times. We've completely rebuilt this program. So what does that leave the storyline then for the future? Well, I think the future is where we look to go at a much faster pace. We are over 100 episodes. It took, I believe, 104 to win the national championship, to completely rebuild this Stanford Cardinal team to a very dominant form. So I believe moving forward, at least for this next year, it's probably going to be multiple game episodes, taking out some of the lull parts in between, but it could also very much depend on how this team looks following our off season. And I think we're definitely at the stage where we do need to start looking towards wrapping up this series. And I want your input on that. How do you want to see it? A couple years of multiple game episodes, or you want to see maybe 1 year of multiple game episodes, and then from there, start to move through things a little bit quicker, kind of like how we wrapped up the Panthers franchise. Whatever it is that you want to see, I want your input. So let me know down below in the comments. I'll also be posting a poll on the community tab, so make sure you're checking in on there as well. Or I guess they changed it now to it's just the post tab. Either way, make sure you're checking in there because there's also a lot of other polls that we post. A lot of big things to come here on this channel. You do not want to miss it by hitting that bear icon in the bottom right or scrolling down, hitting that subscription button and tapping that bell icon so you're notified of when these videos go live. We'll have the off season up next on Wednesday, and that'll very much shape how this series moves forward with your input. Jacksonville Jaguars Tuesday and Thursday as they're looking to make their way back to the playoffs with an almost entirely rebuilt offense. We'll see you there. We'll see you here next time in the off season, setting up season 8.